Hey guys, I'm starting a new what's for dinner video, and it's just a random coincidence. I am prepping some of our dinner stuff for lunches tomorrow. So I'm making dinner salads. I've got our plates ready. I'm going to do some spring mix, and I'm also going to use this kale from my parents' garden. It's already washed and ready to go. So I'm going to chop some of that up and add it to our salads tonight. And then I have prepped our cucumber, tomato. I've got black olives here. I've got some corn. I've got some avocado. And then I'm just sort of assembling as I go. So I've got the lunch salads ready. All that it's waiting on is some roasted chicken that I already have in the oven. I'll show you guys that when it comes out. And then I'll add the chicken once it's cooled in here. I've got a leftover Olive Garden dressing, and then I'll put a little container of dressing in here. And it'll be really nice to have. And then we're also going to have the salads tonight for dinner. So I'll show you everything once it is getting rolling. So when the chicken came out of the oven, I cut it in half, and I cut one half into small pieces to go on top of the salads. Big plate of spring greens. I also added some of that kale with a bunch of different veggies. So I thought I would share what it looked like before we put our dressing on so you could see it a little bit better. And then I did add a drizzle of ranch. It was really delicious, and I'm looking forward already to having these tomorrow. Alright, so I just got home from work. It's actually pretty late because I had to make a few stops on the way home, so it's like almost 7 o'clock already. I am doing one of the Home Chef oven ready meals, which I'm super excited about because this is a newish concept from Home Chef. This portion of the video is sponsored by Home Chef. I'm very happy to be working with them again. We order their food once a month, and it's a real lifesaver. So again, this is the oven ready. They also have express meals, and then they have the kind of regular meals that you guys see me cook pretty much every month. So everything comes perfectly portioned. I've got 2 nice sized pork chops. I've got all my ingredients to go right into this pan. So I'm going to put the pork chops in, the green beans in. I'll show you the assembly, how everything works. This is definitely a great option if you want a real kind of home cooked food, real food, but you just don't have a lot of time. Definitely check out the oven ready meals as well as the express meals. I try to get an express meal every month out of our order because I love the convenience of it. There's 18 different meal options every single week, so there's something for everybody. They're having their best promotion right now. This is the perfect time of year to pull the trigger. You could even gift this subscription to somebody. You can use my code GradysMom80 and save $20 off your first 4 orders for a total discount of $80. You don't have to purchase your orders in consecutive weeks. You can skip a week. I know a lot of times this time of year we're traveling for the holidays. I highly recommend it. We've loved every meal we've ever gotten for like the past just about a year now we're going on. So I'm going to put this together and show you guys what it looks like. So here is how the meal turned out. Oh, it's gonna fog up my lens. I added the sharp white cheddar to the green beans, and it melted all over, and put the apple butter and the crispy onions on top of the pork chops. I'm gonna plate this up. I'm gonna make us some little side salads, simple side salads, and it's a perfect dinner. So definitely check out these express meals. Also, this pan is disposable, so there's no pan to scrub. I'm definitely going to be looking into more of these in the future. It looks super good. Check out my link down below to save the $80 off your first 4 orders, and we will see you guys tomorrow. So this night was a breakfast for dinner night. I had this beautiful bacon from Oscar's Smokehouse up in Warrensburg, and I love this bacon. It's really thick cut, and it tastes different than any store-bought bacon you can buy. I did some hash browns, some scrambled eggs, and it went really well with the bacon and the hash browns. I was originally going to do some cinnamon raisin French toast, but I didn't feel like it. I just felt like bacon, eggs, hash browns, so I took the cinnamon toast and just toasted it and put a little bit of butter on it instead of turning it into French toast. And it was actually a really delicious dinner that definitely hit the spot. The next night I did some chicken enchiladas. I did them just like my beef enchiladas, but I used some shredded chicken breast. I did some yellow rice on the side and just added a little bit of corn in the rice that I already had in a little Tupperware to use it up, and it came out really delicious. This was on a Sunday night for football. Our neighbors brought this over. It's like a big Pizza Hut fill-up box, I think it's called. It's a great value. I know it was like $20 for all this food, and it fed my family and their family, and we just chilled and watched the game. So I've got these boneless pork chops, and I thawed them out. They were frozen. And I've got this shake and bake original pork. This is a 2-pack, but there's one in here, so I'm going to go ahead and use it up with these chops. I'm going to do some of the Trader Joe's Haricot green beans. They're these skinny green beans. And I've got a good amount of potatoes, so I'm going to do some boiled, like buttered potatoes with some salt and pepper and a little bit of the Trader Joe's onion salt on them. So I'll probably actually skip the salt and just do pepper, Trader Joe's onion salt, and maybe a little bit of thyme. So I'm going to get these breaded and baking and get everything else prepped. Alright guys, so the chops are done. I haven't had this shake and bake stuff in a hot minute. It looks really good. It gets nice and crispy. So we've got the nice thick cut chops, some of the Haricot Trader Joe's green beans, a little butter, black pepper, and the onion salt from Trader Joe's. And I did some Yukon Gold potatoes. I just cut them up, boiled them, drain the water when they're soft, and then I add butter, pepper, and also the Trader Joe's onion salt. So here is both of our plates. I'm going to have some applesauce with mine. I've got a portion left over for lunch tomorrow. And we're going to dig in, and I'll see you tomorrow. So it's actually a Sunday morning, but since I'm ending today's dinner video with Sunday night dinner, I thought I would just throw in a few quick clips of my food prep that I do every Sunday morning. So as you saw, I had chicken breast that I had roasted and letting cool. I had a huge head of cauliflower here. This is one huge head that I was tossing in EVOO. I added salt, pepper, red pepper flakes, and some Parmesan cheese and roasted it. And I had a big, huge portion of it to use for the week. I also had some hard-boiled eggs with just salt and pepper, about a pound of chicken salad, which was from that chicken breast I showed you in the beginning of the clip. I've got some pork sauce going in the pot on the stove, and this is the marinara that I'm freezing. I got about a jar and a half. All right, so I did my pork marinara sauce. So there is 2 huge bone-in pork chops in here. Here's the other eye. This is just my regular marinara recipe. I will link it down below. And then I just fried up some pork chops in the bottom of the pan and added everything else. And it's been simmering all day. So I'm just going to start breaking up the pork pieces because it's really tender. See, they're starting to break right apart. And then there'll be like big chunks. See, this part just broke right off. All throughout the sauce. I'm going to make some pasta and some side salads. It's going to be really yummy. So show you what it looks like when we get further along. All right, I just dropped the pasta, so that's boiling. The sauce is simmering, and I just made some side salads for Matt and I. So betta spring mix. We both have red pepper, onion, what else is the same? Bacon bits, and something else, cucumber. And then we also have Matt has a few of these like pepperoncini rings. I have a lot more. He's not the hugest fan of pepperoncini rings when they're not cooked. He's not a big fan of like the vinegar taste, so I have a lot more. I also have Kalamata olives, which my husband does not like, so I skipped those on his. And he has some shredded sharp cheddar cheese. I just have more pepper rings and the olives. We're gonna have this Planet Organics coconut ginger dressing tonight. I love this company. I have been in contact with them for years. I actually worked for them a few times at different events. They're a local to me company, and they make amazing products. They're actually working on a salsa right now. I actually have a permanent discount code with them. This is not sponsored in any way. They do not even know I'm mentioning them. But I always have a permanent discount code. So if you're ever looking for like a really unique dressing, definitely check out their website because they make really great products and they ship all over the country. So these are salads. I'm also going to crack open this shredded Parmesan and Romano to go on top of our pasta, and my son actually eats this dinner. It's one of the few dinners he will eat that we all eat. He just will not eat any of the pork, so I have to strain his sauce like in a certain way. I actually use this because then all the pork and stuff stays in here because he just likes the sauce like when it's smooth over the pasta, and he'll have some of this. So I'll show you what everything looks like when it's plated up. Alright, so here are how the plates came out. I have nice chunks of pork. They just fell off the bone right out of the pot, and I just put some of this Parmesan Romano on top, and Matt's having the same thing with his pieces of pork as well. I'm just gonna put our dressing on our side salads. We're gonna dig in, ready to eat. I hope you enjoyed this week's What's for Dinner video. Reminder, if you're new, there's a whole playlist of these videos linked down below in the description box from over the years. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.